Hi, thank you so much for visiting my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to move on from relationships. Now let's dive right into it. You don't have to make a person your enemy in order for you to stop dealing with them. I mean, people grow apart, people outgrow each other. You may choose different goals and might be going to different places. This is okay. You don't have to turn a person into your enemy because you are no longer on the same path. You can cheer the person on from a distance and watch them form new relationships. You do not have to destroy a person just because you are no longer friends with that person. You do not need to tarnish a person's reputation because the relationship you once had has ended. You can still wish them well and move forward in peace. I remember moving forward from a relationship that was going nowhere. After moving on, my old friend would make it her aim to destroy any friendships I made unless I was back to being friends with her. Now bear in mind, she didn't owe me. She never owned me. I don't remember signing a contract with her. You don't own anyone. So it's not like, you don't have to be either friends or enemies. No. You can just be civil with each other. Now, why waste all this energy destroying another person when you could invest that time in yourself and helping other people? Rather than try to make someone look bad because you no longer interact with them, you can actually try and use that energy in investing it back in yourself. You could use the same energy you destroy others to start a business, to start a charity, or even start a life of service to make the world a better place for us all, instead of putting negativity out there in the universe. So you can move forward from relationships by cherishing yourself and move forward. Your relationship ended for a reason. So rather than seeing the person you are no longer acquainted with as a terrible human being or your enemy because they no longer want to share the same space with you, how about gravitating to people who are on the same path as you? Or if you were negative, why don't you change your vibe so that you attract better people into your life? Or perhaps you can love yourself right where you are. If you're a good person and you feel like you don't need to change, you can love yourself right where you are, and the right people will gravitate towards you. It is okay to release people if they want to change their environment, they want to, try new things, or if they feel like their needs were not being met by you and they want to move forward. You cannot stay in the same place mentally without progressing. So you will grow, you will outgrow your friends. And if, let's say, you are engaging in gossip, wasting precious time on smearing others, how you expect anyone to invest in you with that low vibration, Because as we get older, we want better lives, we want more in life. And it may not be fun treating people bad and engaging in negativity. The things you used to do back in school, it's not really fun after 30 years. Once you're 30 years old, now let's say 25, even 20, you don't want to be gossiping. You want to start making businesses. You want to start making connections that will bring, will uplift you. You want networks that will take you to the next level. You don't really want to engage in gossiping. You don't really want to tear another human being down unless you're feeling so low that you feel, okay, I have to talk bad about this person. I have to gossip. I have to nitpick. I have to pick somebody's weakness and tear it apart. Nobody has time for that. you know. So once you do the inner work and you love yourself, you will no longer see the need to hurt other people, because you've matured now. You don't see the need to hurt another. I mean, why would you want to be spreading that pain around? So you don't want to be putting out bad vibes, because you understand that what you send out to the universe will come back to you. Yeah, so what goes around will definitely come around. You know, eventually it will. Do not get it twisted. Yeah, so when you have to see another person as your neighbor, you know, another you. So you no longer want to return the evil that people do to you, because you understand how the universe works. You know that, you know what, you trust that everyone, whoever hurt you, who's been horrible to you, what wrong people do to you, they will receive it back. They will receive their portion in time. So you keep your energy and you don't seek revenge, and you let karma deal with the rest, you know. So as I was saying, so you can end a relationship on good terms. You can end a relationship on good terms. You know, the person doesn't change just because the relationship ends. Yeah, not saying there are not toxic people. There are toxic people who may not change and will remain the same and move on to the next relationship with the same toxicity. But if the person that you were in a relationship with was a good person, and you know deep down that that person was a good person, then believe that they are still the good person you once fell in love with. So you let them move forward with their life. You know, just because that person is no longer your friend doesn't automatically make that person evil. They still have good qualities that you once enjoyed, and he or she is free to move on to share that goodness with other people. You know, they are not stuck to you. They're not meant to be with just you. You know, love is such a beautiful emotion that you can share with everyone in the world. Yeah, there's so much love out there in the world. You don't have to share with one person. Yeah, so you do not have to destroy another person if you are no longer in a relationship with them. Yeah, so you can move on, you can self-reflect, learn the key lessons and invest in those lessons back into yourself, so that you know what you've learned will shape your future actions. So let's say the relationship ended on a bad note. Instead of you accusing the person, looking down on the person, being bitter and hurtful, maybe you can learn where you went wrong, you know, because there are two sides to every story. You're both probably in the wrong, but I'm sure you made some mistakes and they made some mistakes. So you learn those lessons, like mistakes that you made, so that you can make better choices as you go around. Yeah, so you don't want to move forward. You want those lessons to shape your future actions, so you do better next time, so that you avoid this kind of situation again, so that you don't need to move on from a next relationship. You can maintain all the relationships you get into going forward. So by moving forward, you move forward in love, in peace, not filled with hate and anger and bitterness. Because once you allow yourself to go down the road of hate, anger and bitterness, resentfulness, then it really shows that you haven't learned the lesson, because you're angry. And sometimes we tend to project and be angry at the other rather than looking at ourselves to see where we went wrong. You know, no one is perfect. So to self-reflect, you have to see what you did, what you can do next time, why you did what you did, and what you would do next time if you were to find yourself in that situation again, so that you don't repeat those lessons in your next relationship. So once you self-reflect, you will know where you went wrong. You would not need to repeat the lessons that you've learned, because you've already passed that test in life and you don't need to repeat those lessons again. Yeah, so if you haven't learned your lesson, then you'll be bitter, you'll be blame shifting. But once you learn your lesson, you will move forward in love and in peace and acceptance, knowing that, you know what, you gave your best to that relationship, and even though it didn't work out, you're still who you are. You haven't lost yourself. You know, you haven't lost faith and trust in humanity. You don't have to space with that person, but there's plenty of people in the world you can move forward and talk to and be friends with, who will love you and cherish you just as you are. So the lesson comes in knowing that, you know what, I can move forward. I don't need to waste all my energy destroying this individual. I can move forward and do better. You know, you make new friends, and then once you make those new friends, you learn how to treat them, and you take those lessons forward. You can still cheer on the other person from far. If you hear that they're doing something good with their life, you don't have to, swoop in, get in there and try to belittle them and put them down, or try to drag them through the mud. You can say, oh, wow, sis is doing well for herself. Bro is doing well for himself. Good for him. Well done. Keep it up. Make the world a better place. Change. Do well. You see the good. You love them from far. And you are happy to see them move forward. And I'm not saying this is easy. It is not easy. But at the end of the day, with practice, you can love somebody from a distance that you once were in a relationship with, but you're no longer with. So you can still love them. You can still say good things about that person, or perhaps you can even do better and not talk about them at all. Move on with your life. Move forward, and don't feel the need to bring that person down. Yeah. So how to move on from a relationship is by learning the lessons from that relationship. 1, 2, remembering that the person is still a good person no matter what, because you will still accept that person back if they were to be in a relationship with you. So why are you defaming that person? Why are you talking bad about that person just because they are no longer in a relationship with you? You can choose to forget about them and not talk about them if you have nothing good to say, or you could just move forward, form new relationships, and do better. Yeah. So hope this helps somebody. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep growing, keep learning, and uplift others. Thank you.